What's up, guys? Justin here with TheSketchUpEssentials.com, back with another SketchUp Vray tutorial for you. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to set up an interior model for rendering that's being lit by lighting from the outdoors or from the outside environment. So before I get started, today's video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon. Patreon, as you know, is the website where you can support creators that you like on YouTube. So if you like what I'm doing on this channel, maybe you're interested in supporting the show, make sure you check out that link in the notes down below. But let's go ahead and just jump into it. All right, so for this video, we're focusing specifically on getting our environment set up, our lighting for the interior of our building. So you can see this is a model that I've created. It's very simple. It just has a wood floor and a couple of tables and chairs and then some windows. So if you rotate outside of it, you can see how it's very, very simple. And so it's just got some openings in here, and I haven't even put glass in these openings just for simplicity's sake. But what we're going to do is we're going to use this in order to create a rendering of this interior. And so we're going to start off, and the first thing you want to do is you want to get your shadows set up within SketchUp itself. And so if you remember, one of Vray's settings is you can light your model with the actual sun from SketchUp. And so what that means is the shadows that are in here, you can adjust them in order to create the view that you want. And so we're going to start off and we're going to go to the shadows section of the tray, and we're going to click on the little button for show or hide shadows. And you can adjust where those shadows sit by adjusting both the date and the time settings. So you can adjust both the date and then also the time in order to get the shadows that you want. So in this case, I'm trying to get some shadows that kind of that show the light coming through these openings onto the tables and different things like that. So kind of adjust this to where you want it to be. And then in this case, what I've done is I've created a scene with the actual view that I want, so I don't have to worry about keeping on coming back and trying to get back to this view in SketchUp. And so in this case, I'm going to update the scene that I'd already created by right-clicking on it and clicking Update. But if you want to add a scene, you can just go to View, Animation, Add Scene, and that should save this. So if you rotate outside of your building to make some changes or something like that, all you have to do is click on the Scene 2 button in order to get that to show up. And so that's the first thing we're going to do, is we're going to set up our shadows. And so now let's start off and let's click the button for Create Interactive Render. And so you can see how when we create our interactive render, everything is really dim within our model right now. And actually there's one other thing I want to change in here as well. So we're going to stop our interactive render and we're going to go into the Vray Asset Editor window. And so the Asset Editor window is going to allow us to make a whole bunch of different changes. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my settings, and it's actually already applied right now, but I'm going to apply a material override. And so what a material override does is that'll basically tell Vray to not calculate what the actual materials are going to look like in here, but instead to just override all the materials so that they're this color instead. So like for example, if I was to turn that off and run my render, you can see how this is rendering my wood materials in here, and it's also rendering my tables. But the problem with that is Vray has to go in and calculate what the light's going to do on those different materials. And since we're just trying to get our lighting set up right now, we don't necessarily need that. And so I'm going to stop my interactive render, and I'm going to go into my material override, and I'm going to turn that on. And so now if I was to run this, you can see how this goes a lot faster because it's not calculating all that stuff. And one thing to note, and I don't need to worry about it right now because I didn't put any glass in these openings, but if you did put glass in these openings, what would happen is you wouldn't be able to see through them. And I talked about this in another video that I'll link down below. But if you had a glass material in here, you would just want to select that in your materials section. So if you had glass in here, you would just select the one called glass. You'd go into your material options and you'd uncheck this button for can be overridden, because otherwise the light wouldn't come through here because this would just override this to a solid color. And so now we've got our initial render kind of set up. So we did our interactive render and everything was too dim. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to go back into our Vray asset editor, and we're going to start making some changes. And so the first thing we're going to change is we're going to change the exposure value of our camera. And we've talked about this a little bit before, but basically the Vray camera acts like a normal camera in that the exposure value and the film settings are going to adjust how bright your image is. And so in this case, you have two options. So you're going to go into your settings, camera, and then you can either have this on standard camera and just adjust this exposure value, or if you want more control, you can click this button to switch to advanced settings, and you can actually adjust things like your film sensitivity and your shutter speed and that sort of thing. So you can adjust this either way, but basically what this is going to do is when your values are lower, this is going to be brighter. So just like a normal camera. So I'm going to go to the basic settings, and in this case I'm just going to adjust my exposure value to something like 11 and see what that looks like. So the first thing you'll know is when you do this, this gets a lot brighter. So we're going to start off just brightening our image up by adjusting that exposure value to 11. So you can see how this automatically, or you can see how this quickly brightened up our image, but now we've got some different issues. So like for example, the light outside our windows is super bright, and you can't see your sky or anything like that. And so one way to check this is if you increase either your brightness of your lights or your exposure too much, then you start getting these blown out areas that are way too bright. And so one way you can kind of check this is you can go down to the bottom left hand corner and you can click on this button for force color clamping. So what force color clamping is going to do is that's going to indicate to you visually the areas that are super bright in your model. So it kind of puts a magnifying glass on those so you can kind of see what you need to adjust. And so I'm going to go ahead and rotate this image down a little bit just to get us a better view of what's going on in here. But the first thing I want to do is I want to adjust my environment. So in order to adjust my environment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the Lights tab of my Vray asset editor. And you can see how this shows all of the different lights that are active in your model right now. And one thing you'll know is the only thing that's active right now is the sunlight. And so we're going to start off and we're going to turn the intensity of our sun down to 0.5. And the reason we're going to turn that down to 0.5 is because we want to be able to see the sky and our ground outside of our window. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to adjust my ground color. So in this case, I'm going to adjust my ground color to just kind of a green color, like just something that kind of shows where the ground is outside my window. So you can see how that kind of shows up out here. And so that kind of gives me an indication of where the ground is, and I'm going to rotate up in my model just a little bit so I can kind of see the split between my ground and my sky. And so you can see how in this case we've adjusted the color of our ground, but we're not really getting the blue of the sky back in here because everything is still too bright. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to reduce our exposure value to something like, we'll go ahead and switch it to 12 for right now. But you can see how if I reduce, or not reduce, but make that exposure value a little bit higher, then all of a sudden I'm not getting the same level of blown out brightness in these different areas. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to reduce that to get some kind of realistic lighting in here. And so another thing I want to note is within the default settings of Vray, you kind of get these really sharp shadows in here, and I had to kind of change that back. But by default, you get these kind of sharp shadows in here that just aren't very realistic. Like in real life, you don't get sharp lines like this very much in your shadows. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to change the size multiplier of our sun by going over to this button right here for lights, selecting our sunlight, and then adjusting the size of our sun. So you can see how as I drag this, the edges of these shadows are getting a lot softer and more realistic. So in this case, I'm going to set my sun to something like 5. And so you can see how now you've got more realistic looking shadows based on the size of our sun. And you can adjust this until you get the effect that you want. And so now within our image, we're still not quite bright enough. So we had to reduce our exposure and also our sunlight brightness in order to keep this from getting blown out. But the problem is now our image is really dark. But if we were to come in here and we were to change our exposure value up, we'd get those blown out images again, or those blown out colors again. And so what we're going to do is we're going to add something in SketchUp called a rectangle light. And so a rectangle light, and I'm going to drag this off to the side. A rectangle light is an object you can add from the V-Ray lights section. And so what this does is it basically allows you to draw a rectangle that'll generate light. And so what we're going to do is, first of all, I'm going to update my view so that this saves my camera view, but then you can just rotate outside of your building just like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to click the option for rectangle light. And so in this case, what this is going to do is as soon as you click rectangle light, it's going to ask you for a first point and then a second point. So in this case, what I did is I just drew this rectangle right here. And basically what this does is this generates light from the white side of the plane. So in this case, this is generating light, but it's spitting it out in this direction because that's the light side of that plane. And so what we want to do is we want to rotate this so that it's facing the other direction. And it's totally okay if you have this big enough to cover both of these windows. Alternatively, you could just use the scale tool and just make a copy of this so that you have two of these over here. So it works either way, but what that's going to do is that's going to generate light that's going to go inside that window. And we're going to do the same thing up above. So I'm just going to use the move tool in copy mode. So I'm going to click on this, tap the M key and click on this corner, and then tap the control key to move this up. And then I'm going to use the rotate tool to rotate it over so that this is shining inside our actual skylight. And you can kind of fine tune and adjust the location of this just by moving it up and down, and left and right. And so in this case, we want these to be outside of our window. And then I'm going to go back inside my scene and we're going to run another interactive render. So you can see how these openings are kind of blocked within SketchUp itself, but that's okay. We're going to adjust that in a second. And so if we were to go in now and we were to rerun our interactive render, you can see how these generate a little bit of extra brightness in here, but they're also blocking the sunlight from coming through. And so what we want to do is we want to come in and we want to adjust the settings for the V-Ray rectangle light. And first of all, we're going to bring the brightness up to something like 100. So you can see how when I bring the brightness up to 100, what that does is that really increases the illumination that these are throwing inside your model. But the sunlight also isn't getting through because those are in there as actual SketchUp geometry. And so what we want to do is we want to go into our light editor and click on our V-Ray rectangle light. We want to check the box for invisible. And so what the box for invisible is going to do is that's going to make these invisible so that you get the light from them without them actually affecting, or without them actually showing up within the rendering. And so then you can use these and you can kind of go as bright as you want with these, but you have to be careful again to not blow out everything with your brightness. So obviously a setting of like 1500 is going to be way too high. And so you can kind of play around with these a little bit and adjust different things to get this kind of the way that you want it to look. And you could even adjust your color if you wanted to, so you could take this and make it more of a blue color to kind of change the color temperature of your model. So it's just something that you kind of have to play around a little bit with until you really get the result that you want. So and then once you've done all of this within your actual V-Ray rendering, you can stop your interactive render and you can come in here and you can run a regular rendering instead. And so what the regular rendering is going to do is that's going to give you a much smoother, better result. And so that'll give you more of your final lighting look in here. So you can see how we've got the interior of this lit using our exterior environment. And you can come in and you can adjust things from here. And one other thing I want to note real quick is when you turn off your material override so that your actual materials show up in here, you may have to make some changes to your brightness. So, you know, things may be in here a little bit too bright because you start getting extra reflections and that sort of thing. But all you really need to do is adjust the settings that we've already talked about in order to achieve the result that you want. So you can see how you can come in here and adjust things like your exposure values and all that other stuff that we talked about in order to start making this a little bit more realistic of a scene. So leave a comment below, let me know if you found this helpful, if there's something you would like to see me cover. I just love having that SketchUp conversation with you guys. If you like this video, please remember to click that like button down below. If you're new around here, remember to click that subscribe button for new SketchUp content every week. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Every little bit helps, even if it's only $1 a month, so make sure you check out that link in the notes down below. But in any case, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.